Okay, let's get a check of our weather. And Cedric's also watching the fire situation there, the winds that have been the driver of these flames, Cedric.
Yes, those Santa Ana winds, and what they do is they, of course, come over the San Gabriel Mountains here in Southern California, and when they do that, they're funneled in between those gaps there, and that really picks up the speed of the wind, and of course, as it goes down the mountain, it's called downsloping, so it dries out and dries out the atmosphere. So you've got rushing wind, dry air, and that leads to those wildfires spreading. And you can see here we've got an extreme concern here just to the north of Los Angeles through the Oxnard area, again, for the rest of this evening, tonight, into tomorrow morning. And outside of that, we've got the critical threat, and this will likely be basically the same map tomorrow. So with that being said, we still have fire alerts, red flag warnings in effect here from near Chula Vista all the way up towards Los Angeles and back up towards Santa Maria now with those conditions through at least tomorrow. And these will likely get extended more because the fire conditions are just right for those fires to not only start, but to spread rapidly. And with those wind directions that change from time to time, that could lead to some erratic fire behavior, which is also another concern if you're in an area that maybe is not necessarily under the gun right away. So we had a high today, right about where we should be in Salt Lake City at about 38. That's the typical average high this time of the year. 49 in St. George. That's actually a few degrees below average for this time of the year. And it is cooling on down tonight. Temperature's not too bad in Salt Lake City at 28. I say not too bad. 28 degrees in Logan, 26 in Ogden. But it's 15 right now in Heber. So you know you're likely heading down into the single digits. 18 in Vernal, 19 in Price, 18 in Emory, 17 in Milford, 23 in Cedar City, 20 in Escalante, 19 in Moab, Blanding, Green River, and St. George sitting at a balmy 42 degrees right now, but that number will also drop, and by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, we're looking at these overnight lows well down into the teens across most of the Beehive State. Single digits in parts of the Uintas, and as you can see, it's going to be really just a very frigid start, so make sure you've got those winter coats for sure tomorrow. But I say frigid, it's cold, but we've got even colder temperatures on the way in the coming days. But here's what to expect in the near term. Those clearing skies leads to the cold night tonight with those teens and 20s. High pressure settles in overhead for us tomorrow, and that's going to lead to the inversion setup, which also means that haze will be developing. And we are tracking our next snowmaker that will likely arrive as we head towards the upcoming. It seems like we're now on a pattern of Friday night into Saturday. We keep getting these little weak systems moving through. The Enzyme Peak camera showing us that haze showing up now. I think it will expand more in the coming days. So while the air quality is good, it jumps into the moderate category as we get towards your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But again, that weak front moves through Friday night into Saturday, bringing us a chance of snow showers, and more significantly, brings us some mixing of the air. So as we look at our snow chances, they're going to be really high with Saturday with this frontage head over towards Colorado. But notice as you get here in the Beehive State, we'll have a chance in the valleys, but the highest chance will be in the mountains with a better chance of scattered snow showers. But this system is not going to have a ton of moisture to work with as it moves on through the area. So high pressure builds in over the next few days, giving us those hazy conditions out there. We get an Arctic blast coming through here for Friday and the Saturday. Could squeeze out a few snow showers with it as well. And then we get a reinforcing shot of colder air coming in as we get towards the beginning of next week. And that's when the Arctic blast really settles in across most of the country, all the way to the Gulf Coast, all the way through Florida. Just one little spot right over here to our west that may have above average temperatures. So a big time cold spell heading this way. St. George, we're looking at those 50s and 20s, pretty average across the area. Breezy conditions by Friday into Saturday with overall much colder conditions showing up as we get towards MLK Day. And then notice here for the Wasatch Front, hazy sunshine, warming up, then cooling back down in a big way as we head into the beginning of next week, and a chance of a few snow showers sprinkled in there.
Oh, but just for a little extra measure.
Yeah, decoration purpose.